Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down the actual anatomy of a rally. We're going to look at mastering those split-second tactical decisions that literally separate the good volleyball players from the absolute greats. We're stepping right onto the court to analyze the biomechanics and the strategies that actually win games.
Okay, let's dive into this. Picture this. You're on the court. It's match point. A massive, powerful jump serve is hurtling directly toward you. What is your very first response? Do you jump? Do you backpedal? How you answer this one question dictates the entire flow of the rally for your team.
And that brings us to phase one, perfecting the first touch.
So, the absolute right answer to that opening jump serve, or really even a deep float serve coming right at your midline, is creating a rock-solid forearm platform. Serve reception is where literally every successful offensive play is born. So let's break down the biomechanics of a perfect reception. Step 1. Lower your hips and bend your knees. Why? Because dropping your center of gravity improves your balance and it absorbs all that massive force from the serving ball. Next, shuffle your feet to the ball. Don't just blindly reach for it. Then square your shoulders to your target. And finally, execute that clean forearm pass right to the setter.
We've all seen it, right? Passes just completely overshooting or missing the setter entirely. Well, that almost always comes down to a bad habit. Unnecessary arm swinging and contacting the ball while you're totally off balance. If your passes rarely hit the target area, even when you get to the ball, it's usually because of a bad platform angle and poor body alignment. The good habit you want? Early movement to square your body, creating that stable platform with the perfect angle.
All right, phase 2, mastering the attack approach.
This is where we transition from defense straight into the offensive setup. We're focusing on generating that kinetic energy you need for a truly unstoppable spike. So imagine you're at the net. You've completed the first 4 steps of your attack approach. Right before you jump, what precise movement comes next to produce an explosive takeoff? Take a second and just visualize yourself preparing to jump.
The answer? You gotta swing both arms backward. This specific intentional motion is absolutely crucial. It acts exactly like a tightly wound coil, gathering all this momentum to launch you upward and maximize the power you carry into the air.
What's really interesting about this slide is how mastering this precise 5-step approach actually cures some of the most frustrating jumping errors out there. Have you ever watched a player who jumps incredibly high, but they lose all their power because they end up hitting the ball on the way down? Yeah, that is a timing issue with their approach. Or maybe someone always arrives late to the ball. Again, nailing the 5-step approach fixes this. It ensures proper timing, it delivers maximum power, and it's basically essential for timing those rapid, quick sets right up close to the net.
Phase 3, tactical hitting and awareness. Because let's be real, jumping high and hitting hard means absolutely nothing if you just keep predictably attacking right into a well-formed double block. So, you're up in the air. 2 opposing blockers have completely sealed off the cross-court angle, but you spot that the line is wide open. What is your best attacking option in this split second?
The smart play is to spike it right down that open line. This is the very definition of tactical awareness, changing your attack direction based on exactly where the blockers are. It's all about maximizing your scoring consistency over just raw brute strength. If you stubbornly hit cross-court into a sealed block, well, that's a pretty huge indicator of poor tactical decision-making. Let's run through a few rapid-fire, live game scenarios to see how this actually works. Say this setter delivers a high outside set and the opponent's middle blocker arrives late. What do? Boom, full spike right toward that open court. What if the opposing left-back defender shifts over to the center? Then you attack that newly opened deep cross-court zone. And if a really solid double block is fully formed, you've got to keep them guessing. You vary your attacks, mixing up power spikes and soft tips to exploit the gaps. This right here is what separates the players. A predictable attacker is just going to rely on a powerful cross-court spike every single time, no matter what the defense is doing. And the problem? Defenders easily anticipate that and adjust. On the flip side, the tactical attacker explores open angles. They use different attack types based entirely on what the defense is giving them. That mentality keeps opposing blockers completely off balance, which is, absolutely vital late in a tight match.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Phase 4, Essential Drills for Improvement. So this is where we diagnose specific technical errors and apply the exact training methods needed to fix them. If your team is losing rallies because that vital first pass is inconsistent, or maybe you're struggling with serve reception right before a tournament, your solution is the pepper drill combined with specific serve-receive reps.
Now, what if a hitter is consistently contacting the ball way too early? You isolate that weakness with the approach and hit drill. And if you just need a warm-up that seamlessly blends passing, setting, and attacking all in one continuous sequence, well, the classic pepper drill is your ultimate go-to. It directly maps your tactical weaknesses to actionable, real-world solutions.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Physical power definitely gets you off the floor, for sure, but are your tactical decisions actually winning the rally? Volleyball isn't just a game of pure strength, it is high-speed, dynamic problem-solving. Master your platform, refine your approach, and read the defense. Thanks so much for joining me, and I really hope these insights give you a massive tactical edge the next time you step onto the court.